The story for Last Rites takes place in 1981 in the fictional town of Harrisville, Rhode Island, which is based on the real-life town of Harrisville, Rhode Island, where the Perrin family farmhouse is located. Now, if you're familiar with the Conjuring universe, you may know that the Conjuring 2 also took place in England in the 1970s. That same demon from the movie heads to the US and takes over a young girl named Debbie. In this film, we get to know Maurice Thurio, brought to life by Ruairi O'Connor. He's a troubled young man who's recently returned home after being incarcerated for armed robbery. He's living with his mom and sister, just chilling together in their cozy home. His dad passed away not too long ago, and his mom's really having a tough time holding it all together. While staying at home, Maurice has become a recluse and is really not getting along with his mother. He also happens to be gay, and because he's in a strict religious household, he hides his sexual orientation from his mother out of fear. He starts hanging out with this cool kid named Lyle, who goes to church with him and his family. One night, Maurice wakes up and sees a nun in his room, and soon realizes that she is inside his closet. So, when he tries to open it, guess what? It just won't budge. Then he hears a voice coming from the closet saying, "Let me out, let me out." And just like that, everything comes to a screeching halt. What a twist. In the morning, he tells his wild adventure from last night, hoping she'd find it as exciting as he did. Mother, what happened? But she just brushes it off. Later, he and his sister are helping their mother put together an altar for an upcoming religious statue unveiling at their church. But when they go to retrieve the statue, they find that it is missing and they don't know where it went. That evening, Maurice feels compelled to go into the woods and discovers the statue hidden behind some rocks. And when he goes to pick it up, he finds something that makes him run away, screaming, which brings his sister and mother to him. After calming him down, they all head back to the house. That night, Maurice wakes up again and begins hearing strange sounds throughout the house. Suddenly, he hears that voice again, but this time, it's way louder and clearer. The next day, Lorraine Warren gets a phone call from a priest asking for help, because there's a young girl in the parish that is possessed by a demon. Lorraine asks the girl if she knows the demon's name, and the priest says she totally does, and that it's the same one from the previous case in England. Lorraine and Ed agree to take the case. When they arrive at the house, they meet the family and begin asking questions about what has been happening. They stroll over to chat with the girl who's chilling in a chair. She doesn't respond to them or anyone else. Lorraine spends the night with the family so she can keep watch over the girl and protect them. While everyone is sleeping, she wakes up to hear the voice again saying, "I am God." Lorraine turns to see the girl standing up in bed, and then she looks at Lorraine and says, "You will leave." Lorraine screams for help, and Ed comes running in just in time to see the girl levitate above the bed and then crash through the ceiling. The next morning, the Warrens pack up and leave, but not before telling the family that they need to leave the house immediately because it's not safe. As they drive away, Lorraine insists that Ed stop at a diner so they can rest for a bit. Bow. And while they're eating, Lorraine looks at a newspaper clipping that says 4 bodies found in Enfield. It seems like the demon Valak traveled with the family from England to the United States. Back at the house, Morris is helping his mother pack things up to move out when his mother notices that he has the statue with him. She demands to know what he is hiding, and he tells her that he saw the nun with the statue in the woods, and then it just appeared in his room. This angers his mother even more, and she hits him, causing him to slap her back. They both stand there for a moment, shocked by what just happened, until his sister steps in and tells their mother that they need to leave and get away from this house. Morris goes into the basement to get some stuff, and he finds a box with photos of him and his father. Tears stream down his face as he wishes his dad was still around. Suddenly, his father appears in front of him, and Morris is overjoyed. But his father warns him that the house is evil and they need to leave. Then he disappears. Maurice runs upstairs to tell his mother and sister that they need to leave now, but they ignore him. Later that night, Lorraine and Ed return to the house because they have unheard from the family since the previous night, and they re-worried. As they step inside, they quickly realize the house is totally empty. Then they hear a voice saying, "You're too late," followed by demonic laughter. Now, before we get into the Easter eggs, I would like to say thank you to everyone who has liked, commented, subscribed, and shared these videos. I'm really thankful for every single one of you. You all mean so much. If you enjoy these videos, please consider supporting me. Alright, now let's talk about some Easter eggs that I noticed in The Conjuring: Last Rites, 1981. A newspaper clipping catches our eye. 4 bodies discovered in Enfield. What happened? This is in reference to the previous film, The Conjuring 2, which took place in England. Also, Lorraine is reading the story of the haunting of the Perron family, which is the same house from the first Conjuring movie. There is also a painting on the wall that reads, "Beware the night," which is a reference to the demon Valak, who prays at night. And now I'm going to mention a major character that is not actually in this film because I am about to bring up a key character who I sentee even in this movie. How wild is that? But I'll mention it anyway because I think it should have been in the movie. In the book that Lorraine and Ed read, Demons, there is a section on vampires. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you know that I believe that Morris was actually a vampire and not possessed by a demon. I think the reason why people see ghosts is because they died suddenly or violently, or they were never able to say goodbye to their loved ones. I think that S.Y. Morris saw his father because he wished that he could have had more time with him. Now, if you've seen the movie, I'd love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments below. What did you guys think about the ending? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing because I have a lot more videos coming up. If you've already liked the video, you're seriously awesome, and I totally appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.